This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock.
Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today in the arena, the Historic Anthology 5 has released, and I've taken it upon myself to build the greediest Reanimator deck, the most nasty reanimation jutsu that I can come up with, and let's get right into it. Guys, it wouldn't be hard to build a Jund Splash White deck that mills itself and uses Unburial Rites and brings back Elish Norn or some other Praetor, right? Like Jin Gitaxis, all that. And in the old days, like I remember my very first experience playing against a Reanimator deck. It was Animate Dead, which brings the card back for 2 mana, and it's an enchantment. It gives it -1/-0, and it was on a Force of Nature. And they couldn't even pay the cost of the Force of Nature, so it just died the next turn. But they just did it to do it. And that was the first time it opened my eyes to, oh my gosh, Animate Dead might be a decent card. I think they played a Bird of Paradise, something that discarded the Force of Nature, then brought it back. And Reanimator's just been lurking around for a really long time. This one is a weird combination of spell and creature Reanimator. And it's basically, if I gave it a name, let's give it a different name. Let's change the name. This is Wild Card Scam. That's what this is called. Because absolutely nothing is going to scam you out of your wild cards quicker than this deck, because it's an absurd amount of fun for an absurd amount of mythics. So sit back and enjoy the show as I show you just all of the nonsense in Historic with a whole bunch of cards that you probably never should want to necessarily craft. Anyway, let's break down the deck a little bit more. We need to fill our graveyard with spells and creatures that we want to bring back from the dead. So to do that, we have 4 copies of Faithless Looting, 4 copies of Stitcher's Supplier, 4 copies of Witherbloom Command, 4 copies of the new card Grisly Salvage. Reveal the top 5 of your library. You may pick a creature or land, put it into your hand, put the rest into your graveyard. An excellent way to hit your land drops, an excellent way to fix your mana, an excellent way to fill your yard all at the same time. 1 cathartic reunion to empty the hand. I don't want to draw too many of these. I've been burned by it too many times, so 1 is fine. Why 4 copies of this Witherbloom Command card? Because if the opponent in best of 1 is running Graveyard Hate, which many are, this actually solves a lot of the problems. On turn 2, this can, with the destroy target non-creature, non-land permanent, it can help you. It can blow up Rest in Peace. It can blow up Grafdigger's Cage. It can blow up various other things that show up, little ramp artifacts here and there. So it does hit. Also, the -3/-1, that can hit some important things too. A turn 1 Pelt Collector or Llanowar Elf, for example, can get nailed by Witherbloom Command. And then the other option does mill you 3 cards and returns a land to your hand. So it helps you hit your land drops, which is very important in the deck, while also filling the graveyard, which is exactly what we want to do. If you have nothing to target of the opponents, you can use the -3/-1 on your Stitcher's Supplier to mill 3 cards deeper, which is not a bad play either. Once we have a graveyard that's piping hot and just full of juice, we want to cast either Unburial Rites with the flashback cost or the main cost a turn later to bring back one of the creatures to start a bit of a trend, or we want to cast Mizzix's Mastery. What we want to hit is either a Scholar of the Lost Trove or one of these spells, Emergent Ultimatum, you know this one, and Rise of the Dark Realms, which says put all creature cards from all graveyards onto the battlefield under your control. Why reanimate a creature when we're going to reanimate the whole thing? Scholar of Lost Trove, when it enters the battlefield, you can cast an instant, sorcery, or artifact card from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. If an instant or sorcery were played this way, put it into exile. Basically, it's a way that if you Unburial Rites your Scholar, you can cast your Ultimatum. Although there are other things you can do, like Unburial Rites a Scholar to cast another Unburial Rites to get another Scholar. So there are, or another creature entirely. So there are things like that that do come up. A Scholar can get an artifact, which for the most part isn't anything, but there is one artifact in the deck, a Platinum Angel, which is a fun reanimation target in some spots. It says you can't lose the game. Your opponents can't win the game. So if they don't have creature or artifact removal, this card can just lock them out of victory. The other big hitters, and a lot of these are new from the Historic Anthology. Basically, I'm playing all the Praetors. Urbrask, the Hidden, gives the whole squad haste, and it makes the opponent's creatures enter tap. That's not a big deal, but giving the whole squad haste gives you the way to end the game on the spot, not let the opponent untap, not let them wrath, not let them recover. Elish Norn, pump your squad, minus theirs. 2 of this, because sometimes reanimating this against a very fast deck just wins you the game on the spot. 1 Sheldred, the Whispering One. While mostly a nod to getting all the Praetors in the deck, this one is in there also because it's very good against auras or hexproof creatures. 1 Platinum Angel, we talked about it. Vorinclex. This is a fun one against control, because if they have mana open and they use their mana to deal with your board, it does lock down their mana for another turn, so you can untap, flashback on Burial Rites, and go to town yet again. And 1 Jin Gitaxis. At the beginning of your end step, draw 7. Your opponent's maximum hand size is reduced by 7. Good times. Has flash. Doesn't matter. We're not flashing it in anytime soon. The way it works, throw stuff in the graveyard, reanimate to cast Emergent Ultimatum for free, use Emergent Ultimatum to go get probably Rise of the Dark Realms, and then probably some other cards that help you play Rise of the Dark Realms or something else from your graveyard, like another Ultimatum. Usually the package is something like Rise, Scholar, Rights, or Rise, Scholar, Mastery, but you can, if a certain Praetor just beats them, like an Elish Norn, or a Sheldred because they have 1 thing, or you just want to draw 7, you can throw the Praetors into the Ultimatum mix too. Look for trains of Ultimatums as well. Look for a place where you can Ultimatum, get Scholar and Rise, and you have another Ultimatum in your graveyard, so if they pick the Scholar, you just cast another Ultimatum, offer them Rise again, and pick more powerful things to take over the game. It's insanely fun, insanely greedy, and I think you're going to like it, so make sure you watch the action. Today's video is dedicated to Kevbot. Kevbot, thank you very much for joining the Cool Kids Club below. You get exclusive perks like early access to my deck lists, and you get to watch my Twitch VODs ad-free on YouTube, so you can use features like 2x speed and never leave your favorite platform. And you might get a cosmetic purchased in your honor. And save and exit. Today, we have bundles to buy, so you get a whole bundle purchased in your honor. The Infernal Instruments bundle. It looks like this is, well, I guess Urbrask is in there. I'm going to end up with all of these anyway, so let's not be shy. Let's get in there. And now, let's dive in. Let the nonsense begin. Alrighty, no red mana, but we have Grizzly Salvage, so I think that makes it a keep. We're filling our graveyard like crazy, but we don't have any payoffs. So we have to mill into the Burial Rites. Never mind, Burial Rites is right here. So let's start supplying. Pelt Collector is a problem. Probably going to be huge when it attacks me. But we already hit the Scholar. No attack. That's fresh. It lets me do this. Alright. Do I want the land? There is a red land down there, isn't there? Let's do it. Alright, -3/-1, and mill. So I am the player who will mill. This is the creature that will die. And let's get back the red source. Oh, that feels good. Alright, hold back the supplier. If there's a haste creature, I want to chump it. Alright, it's Gruul with an awkward draw. So how best to take advantage? I think we play the Faithless Looting, discard the Burial Rites, and we cast a Grizzly Salvage. Maybe we're supposed to salvage for a red source that didn't cause me pain. Maybe. Alright, this is looking potentially like a full pop-off. Grizzly Salvage the instant. To the surprise of everyone. My face got bone crushed. Scholar getting Ultimatum. Seems good. Clothis, alright. It's slow. It takes another turn to be effective. Oh my goodness. Decline. All those can go to the yard. It's fine. This is fine. Did we hit a Dark Realms? We did. Alright. A few ways to do it. Let's do it with the Mastery. Mastery, targeting Rise of the Dark Realms. All creatures from all graveyards are now mine. They concede. I wonder why. Could it be because we are about to get back so many monsters, and then the scholars get us ultimatums. Every scholar that we get back casts an ultimatum. Supply or salvage. What more could you ask for in life? To be on the play. And let's not open that door again. Fabled Passage. Well, is the only deck that plays the Fabled Passage on turn 1 is it like blue, right? Everybody else needs to play threats on turn 1. A mountain. A swamp. A waste knot. What? What's this do? Whenever an opponent discards a creature, create a 2/2 zombie. Whenever they discard a land, add black. Whenever they discard a non-creature, non-land. Fun. My faithless lootings just got a lot worse. But if we find a Witherbloom command, it can solve these problems. Okay. Seems good. Seems real good. Salvage it is. Opponent popping off already. Which of these wonderful lands? We have a white source already. I guess we'll take this one. We don't have a scholar yet. Have to play this now. Play this now. There's a Rites. There's a Platinum Angel, which might annoy our opponent. Let's see how hard they can go on Waste Not here. I'm really salty that I didn't have my Witherbloom commands for this matchup. In fact, there were none in the top 20. When you have the answer and it just doesn't do anything. Inscription. Discard 2 cards. When they discard a creature, make a zombie. When I discard it, I mean, okay. I guess we do these. You get some zombies. Can you stop me from having the Norn? Oh, wait. That's a top deck. Emergent Ultimatum. Rise of the Dark Realms, Elish Norn, something else? There is another Norn in the deck. Oh yeah, Scholar. Scholar gets a Dark Realm, so I get Dark Realms either way. It's just whether or not I get bonuses. Who needs extra turns? So Scholar, Mastery, Norn? I think there's a Norn down there, right? So I don't need that if I'm getting something anyhow. So what's the other thing I should get? Jingataxis for the lulz, Sheldred for the ha-has. It's all fun. Oh, come on. Come on. Let me rise. They never let you do it. On the play with a looting. Let's do it. Looting salvage. Like, what could be wrong with this? The amount of life we're losing? Shh. Quiet. Quiet. I'm over here gaming. Nobody cares about losing the life. Witherbloom command ready and waiting. But the opponent doesn't play anything fun. Resolve this now. It's a lot of stuff in the graveyard. No Scholar yet, though. Right now, it's just get back Vorinclex. Yep, control deck being control deck. Loot. Drop you off, drop you off. One blue open. Let's not mess around. Vorinclex is better earlier than later, and we gotta make him have it. Prismari Command. Nice. Sweltering Suns and Indomitable Creativity. They might just pop off here then, huh? I mean, but they don't get to untap their lands. So even if they do the thing, they get stranded. The problem is, what do I do from here? By the way, the thing is that they go and get the Witherbloom guy, or Lorehold guy, sorry. And the Lorehold guy reveals Time Warp. Mastery. Mastery targets what? Mastery targets Prismari Command. Okay. I mean, I don't know how I get rid of this, and I'm not exactly popping off, so I still need to draw well. But we do have double mana, so... Well, I guess we'll find out if we have double mana here. This is another deck. It is another Jeskai deck, but it's another deck I do have to play for you guys in the near future, because it's something. It's a riot. Alright, we definitely need to do this. Come on, deck. Come on, deck, don't do me this way. Let's keep the other black available. That red isn't doing much, but maybe we loot again and it's fine. No Unburial Rights. An Elish Norn we could cast, a Scholar we can't. Okay. 4 mana, this is 5/6. I think we salvage again and try to hit rights. So we can still do it. We don't hit rights. Come on, deck. What are you doing to me? What are you doing to me? All right, now what? We can loot here, but it doesn't do anything. Green and black. Let's go with you. Let's go with destroy the thing, me mill. We're going to attack your treasures since your lands are locked down for another turn. Although you'll probably hit a Time Warp. No! So close. So close so far. Sag. Do we blow up the other treasure? I guess. Because if the Vorinclex lives, we can cast the Sheldred or the Elish Norn, maybe even both. I haven't done the math. 22 cards. Rawr. Alright, you get no lands, but you probably get another turn. Easy. Down to 2. And that's game. Come on, deck. 1 card off. 1 card off. Once again, the cemetery means we don't get to play on turn 1. I actually don't know if this is even a good hand. I think we mull this hand. Okay, this into this is very nice. So we can keep, and we can put you away. Again, the 1 of cemetery is keeping me off black mana on turn 1. It's the 3rd hand that it's done that to me. The 1 of. Kind of amazing. Dig, dig, dig. Well, that's a nice set of cards to put in the graveyard. Bishop of Wings. Alright, how will we do against this? Heal ourselves, blow up our own supplier. There's some hits. Get the land. Kill this. Mill 3 more. Okay, put this in tapped. Rights gets... the opponent with another bishop. Oh, they're in trouble. Let's see if they're a scooper or not, though. Alright, Mastery goes straight to the ultimatum. Rights gets the ultimatum with the Scholar. Alright, we'll get another Rights. Get a Dark Realms. Get that into the graveyard. We get another Scholar? I guess Scholar fills the graveyard pretty well. Also, that we could just start the haste beats. Yeah, we can just start the beat down here. How do you want to play it? They put away the realms. We get to Unburial Rights the Norn. And we get to play Urabrask the Hidden. And we get to attack. For a lot. And we get to see if our opponent can do something really effective this turn that doesn't involve untapped creatures. Collected Company. It's a play. Dead. And scoops. Nice. We fight Houdini. Great. So, Stitcher's Supplier, Witherbloom Command, Unburial Rights, Scholar of the Lost Trove. Fun. Let's keeps. It's a good little set of mill. We get a ton of cards into our graveyard, and we have at least one Rights in our hand for turn 5. My goodness, this board is bright. Hold on, I've got my dark mode right here. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Dreadhorde Arcanist. Ready and willing to make me miserable. But we've got Cathartic Reunion. We also got Witherbloom Command. I think it's the Reunion here. We can also we can discard the Rights and be a turn earlier. Let's go for it. Or we could hold the Rights because they don't want to make me discard it anyway. Like, these are actual useless in hand. And we can always drop it to the Faithless Looting next turn. Yeah, we don't need both, though. Yeah, let's drop a right. Let's drop a Rights. Good hand. Has only 2 unplayable cards. And because Faithless Looting and Rights are in the graveyard, it's Thoughtseize proof. Our opponent has an abundant harvest. They have found Shock. Let's see what they do with it. Atarka's Command. Buffing the Arsonist. Getting back... You had guessed it. Atarka's Command. Doing it another 3 and buffing the Arsonist further. I know it tramples. I know it tramples. Just trying to get deeper. Alright, we drew a Faithless Looting, so we don't have to flash back the one from the graveyard to have that kind of value. Can drop you and drop you again. And then we can play the White Source, so they can't take it away from us. We can Witherbloom Command, make our opponent lose 2, gain 2 to make up for that land, and mill ourselves more. Target an opponent. It's the only one here. Why do they do that? I'll take the pathway. Pain-free land for next turn. Can the opponent come up with 12 damage? 12 is a good number. They're gonna start with a shock. The Arsonist is going to, let me guess, cast the shock? The Abundant Harvest. Nice. Hitting, yes, you guessed it. It's shock. Alright. And a Lightning Strike. Okay, it's just a burn deck. The only creature is Dreadhorde Arsonist. Arcanist. Unburial Rites off the top. Let's go to work. Now is the time. Scholar of the Lost Trove. Finds Emergent Ultimatum. Let's cast it. Alright. What's down here? Is there a Rise? There are no Rise, so we have to choose Rise as one of ours. There is another Ultimatum, and there are multiple Scholars, so Rites gets that. So let's get Rise, Scholar, or Rites. Rise, Scholar, Mastery. Does Mastery get it? Mastery gets another Ultimatum, right? Yeah, just making sure it's there. So, take your pick. I'm at 4! What could go wrong? What could actually go wrong? Okay. They're like, never mind. I don't know what's going on here. I want none of it. Faithless Looting. We can drop the Rites. We even have a white source. We have, once again, tapped land, but we have the Scholar, and our opponent's on Luris. So we'll see what we can do here. They're getting some moles. They're getting some moles in there. Take 3. Love it. Inquisition. Okay, take Looting. I guess I'll just have to wait. Oh wait, that is my only red source, so let's play you tapped. This cemetery is killing me, man. How is it in every opening hand? Couple hits. Opponent's last chance to get my white source coming up. Nope. Keep attacking, because I don't think they're going to play a haste or anything. Let's loot. Make it good. Pretty good. Except for that tap land, but pretty good. Oh, you are rogues. Just a very, very awful hand for rogues. Okay. Go for the attack. Hit. Guess we'll make them have all the answers all the way. I would like the Scholar, please. Fatal Push my supplier. Interesting. Is that so that you can drown this in the lock? Well, I'm glad I attacked first. Got that value. All right. Our opponent's on 2 cards. 2 cards, guys. We are close to that. Our opponent's on 5 cards. 5 cards, guys. Oops. Oopsie oops. See, just imagine if we had the Blooming Marsh in the opening hand and the Woodland Cemetery right now. Uh-huh. Nice draw. I think I'll choose this Ultimatum. Got him. Got him. Taste it, rogues. Did you have fun this match? It was kind of not a game, but it was rogues and they lost. Oh, what should it be? Leave me a comment. I'm not going to show you what I pick. Our opening hand contains a faithless looting and 1 land, and we cannot cast it. Cool. Thank you, Shuffler. You're fine. Let's keep this one. This is way better. Stitcher Supplier. Send a message. Oh. Reboot dark mode. All cards I would have liked to draw. If only I had looted first. All right. Two masteries. Ultimatum in the yard. Now we just have to find an untapped land with the looting. You want to put you want this graveyard? All right. Let's go. Ooh, it's getting juicy down there. Okay, untapped land. Untapped land. Nice. Nice. It's happening. We're doing it. Let's see if elves can kill us. Art Druid, I hear that's a card. Down to 12. Boom, did it. Mizzic's Mastery. When Unburial Rites is nowhere to be found, the Mastery will be there for us. All right. What's... So, GG's. We get Rise of the Dark Realms. We get... Scholar of Lost Troves doesn't do it, so we get Unburial Rites, and we get Rise of the Dark Realms, and then I think Scholar to flash back the rights after it resolves. Well, this is a crapshoot, but we're keeping, baby. We're going to Faithless Looting into Salvage, into Command, into the nonsense. Just the way we drew it up. Our opponent's Thoughtseize deck will not Thoughtseize our Faithless Looting. It won't happen. It actually just can't happen. It's impossible. It's impossible. No Inquisitions, no Thoughtseizes. Yeah, you play that. You play that land. All right. We're also going to draw land. Yes. It's beautiful. All right. This is the castable Praetor, right? Actually, this one's good against auras, isn't it? Which we might be up against. Juice the graveyard. I don't think it matters because we'll probably discard this next turn, but we might also salvage. Selfless Savior. I guess we can kill that. Seems good. There's no land in the graveyard, so we might whiff with the command though. Maybe we save the command for next turn and use the salvage first. Salvage first. Who knows? They might put an aura on this that's worth blowing up with the command. Yeah, I figured they'd just play a Spirit Dancer, but you do what you can. All right, they're missing land so far. No attacks, love it. Coward. Take this. Those all hit the graveyard. Oh, it's all coming together from one land hand. No other land in the graveyard, though, so we might whiff, but I think it's worth it. We can also reunion here, drop the Norn, the Ultimatum. Next turn, we're flashing back. Not necessarily the Ultimatum. All right, we're going to do this. In fact, first, so I leave up the black, so I might play something. We're going to do it like this. You, graveyard. Well, we found the Platinum Angel. So, we get the Ultimatum, and we grab Rights, and we grab Dark Realms, and we grab another Mastery, because we have another Rights in the graveyard. Or no, Scholar. Scholar. All right, our opponents, they're kind of trying to do it. It's not going to be good enough. Mastery. Emergent Ultimatum. Come on, let me do the thing. Scholar. Rise. Right. What's it gonna be? Don't scoop. Don't scoop. Let me do it. Let me do it. These are not the droids you're looking for. Puts back the Dark Realms. All right, let's get... It's interesting, right? Let's grab this scholar who casts this. Who gets you. Oh my god. So nasty. Who casts this. Who gets you. Alright, sacrifice a creature. Got him. Got him. Who says that Sheldred doesn't belong? I've heard whispers of an ancient power. And we are back for the post-game wrap. And did we, in fact, get scammed? If you're wondering how I went from being a top 1,000 Mythic gamer to a percentage nonsense gamer, a memer, here you go. 13 and 21 on ladder, 38% win rate. Still gotta be on the draw. So rude. I mean, the deck doesn't beat a control deck to save its life. If the opponent brings Graveyard Hate, you have to have a command in hand right away, or you just lose. This thing has been the ultimate D-ranking machine, although I've been on a much better streak, but that's the way that the ladder works. If you want to hear more about how the ladder works, check out one of my Twitch VODs. YouTube members get to watch that, where we went through a whole article about what's wrong with the ladder and how the more you lose, the worse opponents you play. And you would say there's no problem with that, but the thing is, you can tank your rank with a bad deck or just by snaps conceding and then start queuing up against worse players and just load up your tier 1 deck and climb back up very easily. So it's very exploitable. But anyway, that's a Twitch VOD / YouTube members only VOD if you want to watch that. This is a wildcard scam because it does not lose more. It does not win more than it loses. It is a fun combo. It is insanely powerful. It is insanely fragile, and everybody's prepared for it right now. I might dust this deck off again in about 2 or 3 weeks, because right now everybody is expecting some kind of Reanimator, even if it's not the greediest, most nonsense Reanimator that I'm running. And then maybe it won't do quite so badly. But I hope it made for some fun content for you to watch today. I hope you got kind of a cathartic kick out of seeing the mythics that now you don't have to craft. And I hope you feel a little reassurance knowing it doesn't actually win that much. If it beats you from time to time, it's just you. Don't worry. There's a lot of very sad games from the Reanimator side of the table. If you enjoyed the video, remember to leave me a comment. Let me know what your favorite wildcard scam is. Don't forget to subscribe and consider joining to support the dojo and be a cool kids. Actually, all of you who stay till the end are in fact cool. You know why? Because I say it. When I say thank you for watching this video, I will see you in the next video. You're cool.